You actually had a COVID test.
I did, man.
You did.
That was my big adventure.
To go do that.
Yeah.
So Zany's in Nashville, which you weren't at Zany's, but Zany's in Nashville. I did a show there a couple weeks ago. They're doing all the proper things. They had the seats spread out. It doesn't look like it when everybody's in there. It does feel. It was less people, but it feels packed. But it's because when everybody would leave and you see the tables, they were properly the way they should be. And then when everybody gets in there, obviously, and no one's been out, so it even feels worse, than it is. So we did a show. Then D.L. Hughley was there, and he did a show, and he passed on stage. I'm sure a lot of people saw that video. He just started rambling, something happened, and then he passed out on stage, and then tested positive for COVID. So everybody at Zany's had to get tested. DL might still be in Nashville. He had to quarantine for 14 days. And then and he's fine now. He put videos out. And then as we know, no one's tested positive at Zany's from it, so it seems like no one's got it. Mm-hmm. But everybody had to go do it. Your fiance, she said she works there. She tested negative. Yeah. You had to get tested too. Yeah. And then so how was that? Where'd you go?
Right outside of Nissan Stadium, they have a big parking lot.
Oh, really?
Set up, and it's this huge drive-through. They got cones. It's this huge. I was actually really impressed with. I expected it to just be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But I mean, it took about 2 hours. But you just drive up. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to pay.
Yeah.
You just go up and do it.
Yeah.
Did you guys go together?
Yeah, 2 of us. I think you can have 2 people in a car.
Okay. Did it hurt?
It did. It did hurt pretty bad.
Like, what do they stick the thing?
Yeah, and it's like a little straw, a really thin straw. They shove up your nose and then they twist it.
Oh.
And they go pretty far. You don't know how far you can go up your nose until somebody does that. They go up pretty high.
It's like, is it like you think it's going to stop 2 times before it stops?
Oh, dude, yeah. And
you're like, that's got to be whoa.
Right. Yeah, there's more there. There's some more room.
It's like you just keep opening doors to a house, and you're like, "There's another door," and then you keep going.
I was trying the whole time. So there's 3 checkpoints when you pull up. It took 2 hours total, but 30 minutes into it, a guy stops you. He takes all your information. Then 30 minutes later, another guy stops you, verifies all your information, and then 45 minutes later, you get to where they do the actual test.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the whole time. We're the 900th car maybe to come through that day, and it was noon.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the whole time, when I waited tables, I was obsessed with the small talk.
Yeah.
There's 3 jokes that people make.
Yeah.
At a restaurant.
Yeah.
You
like
what are
making
they?
these jokes.
Well, I was one I didn't want to be a hack.
Yeah.
In the COVID test.
Yeah.
Right? You don't make you don't be the guy that it's all right, man.
How many of these same conversations are they having all day? So I was I'm going to try to have a genuine moment with one of these people, right? So the first guy stops. He goes, "What's your last name?" And I said, "Weber." And he goes, "1B or 2?" And I was like, 1, like the grill, not the basketball player. That was my big joke.
Yeah.
And he gave me nothing.
Yeah.
He might have, he had a mask. So maybe he smiled. I don't think he did. So
is it like what we just gave you when we heard it?
Yeah.
It was worse than that, actually.
It was worse. He made it worse. It was like, ugh.
I made his day worse.
You heard him go, "I hope you have it."
So then,
that's what and you're like, "What's that?" And he goes, "Nothing." And then he's like, "You're like, I don't think they're supposed to say that. I'm rooting for this guy to have it."
So
and I hope it's bad.
So I bombed real bad, and then you gotta wait. Then you got 30 minutes before your next checkpoint. So I was thinking, I gotta
try it again.
So
double down on that joke.
Let's workshop the joke a little bit in the car. And then the next guy goes, Weber. It's Weber with 1B. And I go, yeah, like the grill. And he goes, no, I got it.
He just ended it.
Not having
that guy beeped forward and goes, "Got a car here." Terrible joke. And he let him go. He's like, no, we're fine.
Look, to be fair, it's a pretty dire situation. I mean, it's we're testing for it's a pandemic.
Yeah.
Right? It's a tough.
Are they all wearing hazmat suits?
It's a tough crowd. Yeah, no, not kind of hazmat suit or the white
starter jacket.
Not a full head thing, but they got masks on.
An old
and
Titans
gloves.
Titans wear. They all have Titans. They should do that. They all just have Titans, Eddie George jerseys,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, okay.
Helmets
Is
with
that
with the visor.
yeah?
Yeah, so the last guy, he's doing the actual test, right? So we're a little nervous because we've heard that it hurts. So the guy, I rolled out the window, and he walks up. He goes, "Just to let you know, it's going to be a little bit of discomfort." And I go, "Dude, I heard it feels really good."
Yeah.
To try to get, he gave me one of these. Ha.
Yeah.
He was so over it. So I bombed real bad, and but that was my big adventure.
I think they don't. Yeah, it's like it's like they just how many people they got to talk to, how many people are uncomfortable.
I know.
And like so, it's like it's I get it. You want to be fun and funny, and then they're just like I don't care. Like
They got moving along.
yeah. It's like dude, everybody's a line. No one cares about your dumb jokes. Do they? And so it's like it hurts, or is it just it's very uncomfortable? It's like
It's like
very
a shot.
weird.
It's like a split second of extreme discomfort.
Yeah.
But then it's over.
And
It
then
doesn't
it's over.
last.
And then how long before you find your results?
Took me about a week. I found out yesterday that I don't have it, by the way.
Positive.
Yeah.
You're like, what's that?
Surprise!
Maybe I should have led
They
with
go,
that.
yeah.
I don't
You
have
go,
it.
you undo an envelope, so we're gonna find out. You're like, what, dude? No, look before you get here. Like,
Yeah, I don't have it.
you don't have it.
Yeah.
That's good. Did they do the antibody test too? Like,
No, I don't have it. You got to go. They weren't doing that.
They weren't doing that.
No, you can go to like a Walgreens or something, and I think they can do those there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And see if you've had it. Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's I wonder if everybody's gonna have to get it at some like the test. Like you think we're just slip through the cracks and not do a test, or does everybody have to go do the test? at
I
some
think
point?
everybody pretty much thinks they've already had it sometime. I feel like everyone I know thinks they had it in February before it even became a thing.
That's just a cool time to say you had it.
I
Like,
know.
That's what it's off. You're like,
I got like a cold in
I almost
February, and I
started
was
saying-
thinking that for a while. I was like,
I almost started going. I had it 2 years ago. Like you need to be. I want to be that guy that does like.
I was one of the first ones.
I was doing the first.
I
one.
brought it here,
Yeah, I
dude.
brought it here. Yeah, yeah. I'm the guy. Well, Gwyneth Paltrow again in Contagion. Not to ruin it, but they narrow it down to her. Like she's. I mean, they're looking at videos, and she's straight up like
Patient
the
zero.
problem, and then brings it home, and then just kills everyone.
Well, doesn't it happen like the back of a restaurant somewhere? Over
Yeah,
there?
there's like
in
a
China?
pig or something, and then yeah, pig had it first. This pig got it, and then
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but he that was a joke. Calling the guy pig. No? All right, stuff like that, guys, that you will see at the Nateland podcast, where we get stuff out of the way, the jokes out. Do you think you do a joke about it
About what?
on stage, like COVID?
I mean, based on how that story did just
Here,
now,
and
probably
then-
not.
You got to punch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you got the bad jokes out there, so maybe if something new comes along,
So
do
you were
they lean over you as like I feel like what if they don't walk to the other side of so both of you are in the car and they have to lean over one of you and go, nah, I got it, dude, and you're like, why are you coming to this?
They come around to each
What
side.
if your window didn't work? You know, like if you ever go through a drive-through,
Oh,
like you have an
dude.
old car and like your window's weird,
Yeah.
and then you can't like, and then
you got to go through the
you
crack.
gotta go, yeah. And then it makes it way worse. He's like, I've never done it like this. Like, you don't want him to say, like, that's the thing they say before they do it. I've never tried it like this. What if you pulled up and you hear the guy just go, I'm going to try this one with my left hand. And then you just see, like, and he's just like, I don't know. He's nervous with it. Because, you're much more confident. Like, but then if
Yeah.
the guy's like, I did something to my finger, so I'm going to do my left hand on you. And you're like, no, I'll just wait, man. I'd walk away. I'd be like, I'm good.
You just drive away?
If the guy was like, I'm going to try my left hand, and I'm going to go, what hand do you normally use? He goes, right hand, but I want to try left hand with you.
Switch it up.
What if he wants to change it up, dude? He's bored.
Dude, you sunk in 2 hours into this already. Like, you were in line waiting.
And you would let him do your left hand? Hold a pen with your left hand. Are you like, do you not feel a little sketchy with this?
Yeah, I'm not comfortable right now.
Yeah, and if you had you don't think you would be like, no. Now do your right hand.
I mean, I prefer you
feel
use his
amazing.
right hand, but
Yeah, I feel amazing.
Yeah.
I think I could give you the test with my right
with
hand.
your right hand.
Left hand, I feel uncomfortable.